This is how to create profitable ads in seconds with AI. I've made over $100 million with my e-commerce brands, and I've studied every single trick, every trap, every tactic around image ads. And what you're about to see is how I'd actually use AI to create winning ad creatives to sell these physical products. So let's get right into it. First, you need to find an angle for your ad. Steal what's already working. So before I even touch a design tool, I need to start with the research, right? Because here's the truth. Most people try to come up with something original, and that's why most ads flop. And the reality is, you're not going to outperform these brands who have been around for years, who have spent countless of millions of dollars testing different ad angles, have resources and teams and creative testing systems and mechanisms and all this data. It's not going to happen. That's why instead, I reverse engineer what's already working, and then I use AI to do it faster. So here's exactly what I would do, right? I would open up TikTok, I'd open up Meta Ads Library, Pinterest ads, and even Color Data. I find the best 5-cent performing ads in my niche. And once I've got the links, I run this prompt inside of ChatGPT. I say, break this ad down. What is the emotional angle, the visual structure, and the psychological trigger it's used to get attention? That's the key, right? Now, this gives me like the bones, the skeleton of the ad. And then what I do, I go to Google Trends or Reddit to dig a bit deeper. So what are people actually searching for? What are the complaints or unmet desires that keep popping up? What trends are inside these real conversations? Let's say you're selling an anti-aging product, as an example. Now, Reddit tells you people are overwhelmed with these long skincare routines. And then Google Trends tells you that lazy skincare is actually spiking. Then the ads you reverse engineered are using words like finally or maybe simple, then bingo. Now you've got a pain point, a promise, and a frame that's rooted in reality, not just some guesswork, right? Then from here, what you want to do is start building the building blocks and the visuals that speak to what people actually care about. Next, use AI to craft viral headlines and visuals for your ads. All right, so now you've got the angle. Now we need to do the words and images that will actually stop people mid-scroll. And this is where chat is fantastic and it really shines. There are two most used prompts, right? The first one is a headline prompt. So you ask it to write 10 first-person hooks for an affordable anti-aging product, make them emotional, believable, and clear, 12 words max. Then it gives you lines like, I thought glowing skin had to be expensive, I was wrong. I've tried 9 anti-aging creams and only this one worked. And maybe finally a product that fits my routine and my budget. These are short, emotional, and they sound like real people talking. Now, prompt 2 is around the visual concepts. Suggest 5 ad concepts for a visual static that sells anti-aging skincare brands for known being simple and effective and under $50, right? And it might return something like this. A luxury brand crossed out next to yours with the same results, less than half the price. Next, there might be a clock and saying apply in under 10 seconds. Another one might be a quote with a selfie saying, I can't stop touching my face. And now here's the secret, right? Don't settle for the first batch. Return the prompt with variations, and this is the critical part. Change the age range, change the urgency, add some seasonality if it's a winter skin, if it's a summer skin, and always save the best outputs in a Notion swipe file because you have to iterate this over time. And over time, you'll build your own prompt library worth thousands. And even the best ideas will flop in the wrong format. So let me say something important. The format of your ad is just as important as the message inside of it. The way you package the ad, it's just important. Just think about it for a second. The same hook can feel powerful as a testimonial or fall flat inside a cluttered infographic. So once I got my angle inside ChatGPT, I ask it, what ad format would best express this hook? Give me 3 different options, the pros and the cons. And here are some examples of what it might suggest. It might suggest a testimonial that's best for trust and emotional resonance. It could be a before and after, side by side, best for visual transformations. Could be a price comparison, which is best for value-based messaging. Could be infographic styles, great for showing multiple benefits that actually last. And then I compare that to what I'm seeing in the market, right? So if 8 of the top different ads in my niche are using quotes over selfies, that's my format. And if the visual contrast is trending, I'll try split it up screen by screen or side by side. So matching the angle with the format is what separates an okay ad from a great ad. And then what you can do later on is scale through different formats. You just take the winning angle and create different formats to allow scale in the account. And now that your angle and the format are dialed in, it's time to build. And you don't need like a graphic designer to make ad creatives that actually perform. With this tool, anyone can really launch polished ads in under a minute. Enter Canva AI. It not only talks about this, but we use it almost daily inside of our brand. Why? Because it's fast, it's intuitive, and designs actually convert. And here's how we would use it. First, we'd upload a product photo. Even a phone photo works, doesn't matter, don't overcomplicate it. Then the second part is choose a clean scroll stopping template. add your headline, your CTA, and use AI layout suggest to reposition, resize, and recolor elements. So let's say I want 3 different versions of the same ad with different price points or headlines. I duplicate the canvas, swap the copy out, and click magic resize, and turns it instantly into Instagram, TikTok formats within seconds. And this used to take our designers a couple of hours to do, and now it takes me like minutes. And it's not just about speed, it's because it controls the fonts, the colors, the layouts, and stays on brand. And Canva AI isn't just a tool, it's like your little mini creative team in a box. And this is so important because the more angles you can test and the quicker you can test, the quicker you can get to the winners. So it actually speeds up your growth by enabling you to use this AI in your testing process. Now you have both Canva AI can build image ads, and they're built for totally different things. One gives you total control, and the other one will rewrite your brand by accident. So here's when to use each tool and when to stay far away from them. And to be honest, this confuses a lot of people, but ChatGPT can try to generate images using plugins, and they can consistently having updates, but it's not reliable for finished creatives. And it takes a lot more time. Sometimes it misses your actual brand colors, your voice, invents new product names, or just makes copy errors you can't really fix. So just use ChatGPT for the concepts, right? The brain side of things. And use Canva AI for the delivery. Use both of them based on their strengths. So here's how we split up the roles, right? ChatGPT is hooks, headlines, angles, emotions, and frameworks. Canva AI is design, testing variations, and final production. So don't expect ChatGPT to build the ad and then let you write the blueprint for it. And finally, make sure you're not making this mistake with your ad layouts. Here's the most common reasons that ads flop, even if the angle is great. The layout just sucks. Like I had one ad that should have crushed. The product looked amazing, but then there was no space left for the readable headline. And the product took up 90% of the image, when the copy was just jammed in the corner, but the messaging is always the most critical part. And sure, the messaging comes from visual and text, but needs to be succinct. So here's how to fix this every time. Number 1, stop scrolling image. Number 2, the short bold headline. Number 3, supporting subtext or CTA. Then zoom out and do the 1-second test. Can you read the key message immediately? If not, that it means it's not ready and it's not clear enough. Canva makes it easy because you can drag a line and resize everything within seconds, and you can create these templates. And beautiful ads don't just win, clear ads win. And your messaging is what's going to convert. Your messaging is what it's going to take you to the next level. So make sure you do the 1-second test, ask people at work, your teammates, whoever around you to see and explain back to you what the ad represents. So now here's your next step. Scale Facebook ads. So watch my video on how we spend over $1 million a month on Facebook ads just for one of our brands using our spherical scaling system.